Welcome to the second video of the day. If you missed today's earlier upload that went live at midday, it was the FA Cup final against Liverpool. No, not Season 1, Season 2. Yes, we had the FA Cup final against Liverpool again this year. The result of that video is going to be spoiled in the next few seconds, so if you have not seen it, go and watch it. I've said that a number of times in the past couple of episodes, but we're at the end of the season. We're at spoiler season, so if you've missed the FA Cup final or the Premier League season finale from yesterday, then go and watch those videos first. But we are about to take on Borussia Dortmund obviously away from home, in the Europa League final. We do not need to win this game to get Champions League football for next year. We finished third in the Premier League, but I would very much like to win this competition because I sincerely hope we won't be playing in it again because we'll be a Champions League team moving forward for the considerable future, or the rest of the save at least. So, I would like to win this, but Dortmund obviously are a very, very difficult side to play against. Outside of the FA Cup final, we're in phenomenal form. Unfortunately, the FA Cup final was a 3-2 defeat in extra time to Liverpool, but Liverpool are just the one team that always seem to beat us. Unfortunately, it just happens that we're their main rivals, Everton, or one of their main rivals. Obviously, Manchester United fans would have something to say about that, and Liverpool fans would probably argue either way between Everton and Manchester United, but regardless, it just so happens that Liverpool are the team that are above everybody else so far in this save, in our experience. I'm not sure if they're in the Champions League final, actually. I'll have a quick check. We will have a season roundup at the end of this video, of course, so that you know exactly how everything's gone down. And, of course, we can think about next season as well. Oh, it's an El Clasico Champions League final. Liverpool didn't make it to the semis. They didn't make it to the quarters. They got knocked out by Inter Milan in the round of 16 this year. They won it last year on pens against Barcelona. So then, without skipping to the end and cheating, let me know in the comment section what you think the result of this game is going to be. I'm going to go to this press conference and give myself, hopefully, and my players, a bit of a morale boost. Up against Borussia Dortmund in the final, a really strong team. We've come through a demanding run. Fatigue shouldn't be an issue. We've worked really hard to be here. The adrenaline, hopefully, will carry players through. Dortmund versus Everton looks a pretty even contest on paper. I'd like to think that we slightly edge it on paper. We'll focus on the performance, though. Fingers crossed the rest will take care of itself. Everton's team been very in and out lately. I mean, one game. It's been one game. We're working hard to find consistency. Look at the rest of our month of May. 4-0, 4-0, 3-0, 5-0. I mean, come on. We lost the FA Cup final, I know. But we absolutely certainly have been in tremendous form. 4-0, 4-0, 4-0, 3-0, 5-0. Prior to that, 3-3, 5-1, 4-2, 5-1, 4-2. We're in really good form. We should do well here against Borussia Dortmund. I don't know what their team is going to look like, though. I'm intrigued to see. We'll find out in a moment, of course, because the predicted lineup is normally, or that probable lineup is normally exactly what they start with. Everybody's fully fit for us, though. We do have Seamus Coleman on the bench. I didn't have the opportunity to bring him off the bench against Liverpool because I was still trying to push to get an equaliser, and I didn't feel like taking Luca Digne off and bringing Seamus Coleman on was going to help me do that. We lost the game. Dortmund versus Everton from the London Stadium. Wow. On home soil, at least. Not necessarily our own home soil, but nationality-wise home soil. Number of unfamiliar Dortmund players in that lineup. Let's go and see if that lineup is the way that they're going to line up. And then hopefully get a win. Pau Lopez in goal for Borussia Dortmund. Not traditionally a Dortmund player. Kim Pember at centre-back. Diego Carlos as well. Not traditionally Dortmund players. Yuri Tielemans in the midfield. And Angel Correa, or Juan Manuel Correa. I'm not actually sure which one it was. Actually, up top. I didn't glance at the bottom of that list earlier on. Well, we can have a look now. Let's have a look. A number of Dortmund players unfamiliar to their usual lineup. Let's have a look. It was Joaquin Correa, not Juan Manuel. He's the bloody F2 driver. Joaquin Correa up top alongside an 88 rated Erling Braut Haaland. Rafael Guerrero's 85, Yuri Tielemans is 85, Julian Brandt is up to 88, Jadon Sancho's 91, Axel Witsel has dropped dramatically down to 81, Kimpembe 84, Diego Carlos 85, Mats Hummels 83, and Paul Lopez 84. We have, on paper, the higher rated, the better quality team. Let's see if we can get ourselves victory in our first ever European final. Nice tackle by Allen on Orlan to start off with. Leaving one on him early doors. Let him know what we're all about. I mean, this could open up for us already here at the beginning of the game. Richarlison's in, 5-star weak foot. Oh, but misses the target. Richarlison, come on, mate. You've been our second best goal scorer this season. But still probably a better goal scorer than almost anybody else in Europe. You're expected to bury those. Here's Tielemans to Orlan. Gets it to Correa. I'm going to have to rely on Zakaria and Gabaman to use their physicality against Orlan. You would imagine in this game, Alan has already shown him that he's not afraid to put a challenge in. Oh, no. Get there. Lovely challenge, Big Dennis. Love that. Needed to be made as well. Orlan with a big heavy touch and he couldn't quite get there. You saw him complaining to the referee about something. I'm not sure what he has to complain about there, other than his own lack of ability to tuck it home. Oh, volley moves! Ismail Assar takes the rebound and we lead by a goal to 0 in the Europa League final. The man who's come into the starting lineup at your request of late and is certainly performing to the same level as Wilfried Zaha, if not slightly above Wilfried Zaha on this season's form. That's what it feels like anyway. Richarlison, I took a little bit too close, but I didn't really have the option to pass there. All I had to do was either shoot and hope for a rebound or a corner. It falls to Sarr, and oh, Mats Hummels will count himself unlucky when he sees a replay of that. Very, very nearly in the way, but Sarr buries it, and we lead in our first ever European final by a goal to 0 after 15 minutes. Correa. Sarr does well to intercept that. He's got the pace to get there. Gabama to Fabian to Dino. He and Sarr have swapped roles for the time being. Calvert-Lewin. I see Richarlison again making that run. Always an ever-ready outlet. Get a little bit lucky there with the fall of the ball. And, oh, Dominic was in there ready and waiting to turn that home. Tielemans to Orlan, out wide to Rafael Guerrero as Dortmund try and catch me on the counter-attack now. Orlan inside to Yuri Tielemans. There's Joaquin Correa. Not Juan Manuel. Wrong sports, Ches. Fabian does well to hold that up. Gabama. Yes, come on. I don't know why I said Gabama. Fabian. Calvert-Lewin. Oh, touch is too heavy. Dominic. Oh, could have given ourselves a really strong advantage there, but it's still just the one. Orlan. Into Julian Brandt. Bumps Gabaman straight to ground. Finds Orlan out wide. Good footwork from the Norwegian. Tielemans back to Witsel. Tielemans again. Correa. Don't let Tielemans shoot. Oh, he's found Jadon Sancho. To be fair, Yuri probably had the better opportunity to shoot there, or the clearer sight of goal. Jadon will take the corner himself after winning it. It's a decent delivery, but Digne heads it away. With 10 minutes to go-ish in this first half, we're standing defensively firm so far, which is more than I could say for the FA Cup final earlier on today. Joaquin Correa in there to Julian Brandt. Back to Correa again. Finds Julian Brandt looking for Orlan. Zakaria shows great strength, as he will need to for the remainder of the entire game, if we're to keep that man quiet. Through Sancho's legs, but not finding Dominic Calvert-Lewin. But still the 1-0 lead stays intact. Here's Witsel into Joaquin Correa. Good footwork from him. Little drag back. And then the scoop turn. Brandt. Oh, I overcommitted there. Lovely tackle from Gabama. How he's done that, I'm not entirely too sure. Reaching around behind the man. Dominic not running in behind on this occasion. He's so hit and miss. I saw your comments about changing Calvert-Lewin's poor pass player instructions. But he does make runs in behind. You've seen that numerous times in the past couple of episodes. And then on occasion, and it is more the odd occasion that he doesn't look to make a run, He just stands there and looks at you as if to say, well, what do you expect me to do? Well, how about you do what you've done countless times already in the course of your career in this career mode and make a run in behind, score me a bloody goal. That'd be nice, wouldn't it, Dominic? Here's Pascal, not Pascal, Presnel Kimpembe, but it's going to be 1-0 to us at half-time. 5 minutes played at the end of that first half, thanks to that corner. We do have ourselves the lead. We perhaps could have been further in front. Dortmund dominating the possession of the ball, but we have the advantage. Digne to Fabian. Oh, Julian Brandt doing some defending. Doing it well too. Alan just monitoring the movement of Orland for the time being. That felt a little bit like Ultimate Team there, just running around with my CDM, trying to figure out where they're going to go next. Here's Correa, back to Brandt. Good footwork from him again, but not for the first time in this game. Jean-Philippe puts in a good foot, and Fabian could send Iwobi through. That's a beautiful ball. It's a terrible first touch. The second is better. The third, even more so. The advantage increases. Everton 2, Borussia Dortmund 0. Less than 10 minutes into the second half, our 2 goal scorers celebrate together. Iwobi and Sarr, the 2 men that are in the starting lineup at your request over James and Zaha. That's why he wanted them to start. Lovely ball by Fabian. That first touch, I thought would take me too far towards the defender, but no, he's done well there, Iwobi. And that might be the goal that seals it. Yuri Tielemans back to Witsel again. Gonna have to think outside the box here, Dortmund, if they want to find a way through. Orlan and Correa haven't had much support throughout the course of this game so far, despite the attacking prowess in this team. They haven't created enough. Jadon Sancho trying to use his dribbling skills to his advantage to work the space, but he's got support on this occasion. Witsel coming forward, but Fabian steals it off him. And they have committed men forward, and the break definitely looks on, doesn't it, Derek? Witsel driven into Correa. Sancho's the obvious ball out wide, and he's used him. He's had to go back to Mats Hummels. It's another example, this game, of how the 3 at the back for the AI really doesn't work that well against the user. It might well be a decent formation in online play, but whenever, almost every single time I play against the 3 at the back, I relish it because I know I'm going to get plenty of chances to try and score goals. And their midfield just don't do enough to support those further up. Great save by Jordan Pickford there, by the way, to stop Orlan from bringing Dortmund back into it. Good movement from him. Normally, you'd expect him to finish that, but it's a top save by the keeper. Are they making a change? They might well have done there, I'm not sure. They have Correa off and Arkadiusz Milik on, the Pole, formerly of Napoli. Now Yuri Tielemans is going off and Emre Can is coming on. Guerrero to deliver another corner into the middle. That one's better delivered, and Iwobi was challenging underneath that. Right, with a 2-0 scoreline and less than 20 minutes to go, Fabian off, and is that going to give Coleman the captain's armband? It will. Seamus Coleman on at left back. Seamus Coleman might be the man to lift this trophy for us if we can see it through. I'm sorry, Luca. You will have the opportunity to lift more trophies with us later in your career. You've already lifted the Community Shield and the FA Cup. It's Seamus Coleman's time. He's going to retire. He's been such a servant to Everton in real life over the course of the past however many years. Must be near a decade now for Seamus Coleman. Especially in this save, being this 2 seasons ahead of real life, or a season and a half ahead of real life. Ismail Assar in behind here. I'm just going to try and wait until I've got a more obvious option. Alan is there. Look for Iwobi out your feet. Keep it away from the Dortmund defence. Richarlison, little scoop turn, a burst of acceleration to get past the defender, but Diego Carlos has the physicality and the pace of his own to deal with it. 8 minutes to go. I need the ball to go out, actually, for Seamus Coleman to actually get onto the field. Here's Axel Witsel inside to Emre Can. Orlan finds Emre. Oh, it's really well done. The ball will go out of play because Emre Can is going to give them a goal back with 5 minutes to go. That was lashed home. A little bit of an over-celebration when you've still got another goal to get, but fair play, good football. A lovely 1-2-3 and, well, destroyed the back of the net there. Emre Can makes it 2-1. We just have to hold on for 5 more minutes. Could still threaten, but if they're on the back foot, then they won't. Ismail Assar Back to Davies. Seamus Coleman on the overlap. He wouldn't let me change player to give it to him. He's desperate to get involved. Look, Seamus. Give the ball to him. Come on, Seamus. Why not? Fakes the shot. Seamus Coleman will drive towards goal. Davies. Ismail Assar gets past the man. Oh, I was hoping to try and find Coleman with that ball. Oh, trying to find Coleman with that ball. Blow your whistle, ref. Yes! It may have been defeat earlier today, but victorious on this occasion. The only time we'll ever have the opportunity to play in the Europa League, you'd think, and we've won the competition. And Seamus Coleman, with literally his last action as an Everton player, will lift this trophy. Devastated not to have won the FA Cup earlier on, to be completely honest. But we have already won that competition. And now we've won this one too. We'll have the opportunity to win another at the beginning of next season with the struggled to say that, didn't I? European Super Cup. After we won the Community Shield, of course, against Liverpool at the beginning of this season. It will be either Barcelona or Real Madrid we play in that European Super Cup, because the El Clasico Champions League final will happen at the upcoming weekend in game. We'll simulate past that. And we'll have a full season roundup and a think about next season. But Seamus Coleman, round of applause on your feet for Seamus Coleman. The man that absolutely deserves to have some part to play in something. I'm just gonna. Could you? No, I am. I am wearing jogging bottoms. You already kind of knew that. You knew that was going to be the case, didn't you? Yes. No, I don't wear a full suit, just top half. At least I've got trousers on, not just sat here in my boxers. Seamus Coleman lifts the Europa League for Everton Football Club. And that is how we will end this season. Thrilled with that. It's such a shame that we weren't able to win the Europa League to win the FA Cup as well and do an FA Cup in Europa League double, but one major trophy, 2 trophies in total this season. That's acceptable. That's acceptable. I'm pleased with that. 3rd in the table as well to get Champions League football for next season. Not sure what the board rating's going to be, because obviously we haven't met a couple of their objectives. This is just the start, though, of what hopefully will be an even better run for us. We always look like we had goals in us. We always score goals. We're Everton, and we've done that throughout the entirety of this career mode. We stayed alert, and we never let up. I could have answered that either way. But we take the victory and we'll be thrilled with it. We've been in the red, manager rating-wise, for ages. We still are, because, of course, I haven't fulfilled a number of the other criteria. Those being the youth one and the brand exposure one, which is the only high one, which is the sign one veteran player. I don't know whether it would count if I agreed a deal now. I'll try in between where I cut from here to do the season roundup, but wait and see. We'll wait and see. But I won't bother doing this bit in a season roundup because I basically covered it here. Look, win the Europa. They want me to win the Europa League. We have done. Finishing the Champions League spot, we did. Reached the final of the FA Cup final, we did. Obviously didn't win it. Financially, we have done that. It just hasn't ticked it yet. Brand exposure-wise, I'll try and do that. And the youth one was never going to be a real genuine option because none of those youth academy players are going to be worth or good enough to make the difference. Right, I'll advance a little bit further forward. I'll try and sign a player that has the veteran player tab. And then we'll have a full season roundup and think about the transfer window. Believe it or not, I'm actually about to sign a 44-year-old Gianluigi Buffon. Yeah, that's happening. I searched in the transfer window for players that were over the age of 40, and some of them had the tag "a player for the history books," and I wasn't sure if that was going to do it or not. Buffon was the first one that came up and said a great veteran, so I decided to go for Buffon over anyone else, and hopefully that fulfills the criteria for the board. Like I said, I don't know if it will do it because it's not going to go through till next season. I have no idea. No, it hasn't. It hasn't triggered it, unfortunately. There was a free agent there, wasn't there? He'd join immediately, right? If I would he count? with the free agent count. There was a 40-something-year-old free agent. Does it say looking for a new club? It's just going to say looking for a new club, isn't it? Are any of these guys veterans? I don't know. I could release them all immediately, obviously. Let's try. Let's try and sign Deshpanda, probably, from India, and see if this fulfills the veteran. I mean, if 41-year-old doesn't qualify as veteran, then what are we doing? Surely 41 is going to qualify as a veteran. I paid £10 for Gianluigi Buffon, by the way. I did have to pay a transfer fee for him. I paid £10. He should be in now, right? He should join us immediately. He has done. 41-year-old Deshpanda is in, but unfortunately, judging by my manager rating there, it doesn't appear that it's fulfilled the board objective. Well, that's a pain in the bum. Right, well then let's just have a season roundup, shall we? We'll have a look at the competitions we were involved in, the other competitions around Europe, and have a look at the squad and see how they performed throughout the course of the season, and have a think about what we're going to do next year. Obviously, you guys know that Liverpool won the league by a margin, 19 points ahead of Manchester City, 22 points clear of us. They beat me in the FA Cup final as well. Manchester United 4th, Arsenal 5th, who should get Champions League football, actually, because we won the Europa League. So Arsenal might be in the Champions League next year as well. Spurs 7th, behind Wolves, Chelsea 8th. Relegated were Nottingham Forest, Fulham and Sheffield Wednesday, unfortunately for them. Leeds survive again, and Brentford also managed to stay up. Congratulations to them for being able to do so. The Community Shield, obviously, we won earlier in the season on penalties. The FA Cup, we know how that went. Played it earlier on today. Liverpool won the Carabao Cup as well, so they've done the domestic treble. Congratulations, Liverpool. They're just unbeatable. They've won the European Super Cup this season as well. In the Champions League, we will be playing Barcelona in the European Super Cup at the beginning of Season 3 as they beat Real Madrid. And in the World Cup, as that's currently ongoing, nobody's played any games yet, so I'll let you know next season. With regards to the other leagues, who's going to be joining us in the Champions League next season, or who's going to be joining us in the Premier League next season? From the Championship, West Brom win the league with Sheffield United 2nd, Watford 3rd, Bristol City 4th, Burnley 5th and Norwich 6th. We'll play it out via the playoffs. West Brom a cut above, but quite close between a number of the others for those automatic promotion spots. And the playoffs at the bottom, Sunderland, Luton and Fleetwood, who definitely weren't cut out for that level, get relegated. In League 1, Barnsley and Reading get automatic promotion. Ipswich, Blackpool, Hull and Rotherham relegated, unfortunately for them. Going down from League 1 to League 2, Burton, Northampton, Doncaster and Cheltenham. League 2, Salford win the league. Bolton promoted. Wimbledon 2. Bristol Rovers, Colchester, Accrington and Bradford in the playoffs. And at the bottom of the table, Barrow relegated. Grimsby would have been 2. It's very tight. Harrogate there in 22nd. Survive. Well, obviously no non-league, so they're in League 2 next season. Marseille win Ligue 1 by a point ahead of PSG. Monaco will join us in the Champions League as well next season, with Lyon going into the Europa League. In the Bundesliga, Bayern back on top. Dortmund 2nd, Leipzig 3rd and Leverkusen 4th. They'll join us in the Champions League next year. Frankfurt and Borussia Mönchengladbach in the Europa League next year. In Serie A, Inter from Napoli, Juventus only 3rd. Roma 4th, so they'll join us in the Champions League next year. Lazio and AC Milan 5th and 6th only. Benevento going... Well, no. There is no Serie B, is there? So, rip. Pretty sure I'm not going to do a Serie A save this year. I'm sorry. La Liga. Barcelona win the league on goal difference or head-to-head. Probably, actually, in Spain. They would have won it on goal difference either. Either which way. Atletico Madrid 2nd, Real Madrid 3rd and Villarreal 4th. So Barca do at least a double, League and Champions League, and potentially a treble. Don't know if they won the Spanish Supercopa, the Copa del Rey. Sevilla in 5th and Valencia 6th. And relegated, Almeria, Valladolid and Zaragoza. So, player stats. Golden Boot. Yeah, by a margin again. by a margin again, Calvert-Lewin from teammate Richarlison from Firmino. Any other Everton players in the top 25? James with 12. James with 12. Fair play to him. Assist-wise, James with 15 up top along with Calvert-Lewin. Zaha, Fabian and Richarlison all on 9. Iwobi on 8. Allen and Digne on 6. Obviously, we scored a hell of a lot of goals this season. And clean sheet-wise, Pickford with 17 in 36. Pickford continuing to grow, continuing to improve, and continuing to get better results as we move further and further through the save. These are the youth players I currently have. God, it cost the 91 to 94 potential now for him. He's up to 65 rated at 15 years of age. A real potential gem. It's really skinny though. Look at those tiny little chicken legs. I am doing a youth-only series or youth-only save on stream at the minute. So do follow me on Twitch if you're interested in keeping up with that. I haven't yet decided what my Road to Glory style save will be here on the YouTube channel by the time we get around to it. I'm almost certain it won't be Cambridge this year, though. We'll do something different. Gutierrez still looking okay, but certainly the lesser of the 4 that are there. We'll wait and see how everybody else develops throughout the course of the remainder of the season. We saw the board objectives earlier on. So as we end the season then, Richarlison is up to 91 rated. Development, I'll show the... in fact, let's do that first. So our highest goal score... Oh, I hate it how it does that. What's the point in sorting if you're just going to tell me... keep me on the same man. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, my top goal scorer this season with 50 goals in all competitions and 29 assists. Richarlison, 39 goals and 17 assists. James, 17 and 20. Iwobi, 15 and 20 in 4 less games. Still not doing much in the Premier League though, Alex Iwobi. Moise Kean with 20 goal contributions in 19 games, continuing to be phenomenal. Harvey Barnes is there. Wilfred Zaha, 9 and 11. Ismail Assar, 8 and 8. So certainly getting just as much from Ismail Assar as we are from Zaha, though again not as much in the Premier League, more in cup competitions, although I'm sure with a number of those being substitute appearances, and similarly Iwobi in the Premier League as well, some of those being substitute appearances, if they started every week, they'd certainly have better figures. Fabian with 16 assists this season. Really pleased with him. Allen 3 and 8, Tom Davies 3 and 4, Andre Gomez 3 and 2. Obviously clean sheets. Well, 24 clean sheets for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and that's not necessarily the one we want to look at, is it? I'm going to have to go back down to a goalkeeper, because when I sort, it's going to put me in the wrong bloody position, isn't it? Hopefully they patched that. I thought they'd fix that for this year. Joao Virginia up 2 to 68 this year. Sergio Romero down 2 and will leave us. Gianluigi Buffon's coming, although I'm probably going to buy another goalkeeper too. Jasper Bradley up 2 to 63. We'll add him to the loan list for next season. Jordan Pickford has reached his potential for the time being. But of course, if we get to next season and that almost Speedo-looking symbol isn't there, that means that their dynamic potential has increased and they can continue to grow. Luca Digne has currently reached his peak potential at 89 rated. Montiel similarly at 81 and Gabama similarly at 84. Hopefully those little symbols will have disappeared next year. Michael Keane, it's definitely time for him to go, I'm afraid. I'm sorry, at 29 years of age, 79 rated, he's just not going to cut it anymore. Ben Godfrey is still continuing to grow. He's up 3 to 76 this year and hopefully will continue that growth as we push into the 3rd season. I will change his development plan to try and get some more out of him as well. Gibson, still on the loan list. Nobody wanted him. I'd be happy to actually sell him, to be completely honest, at this stage. Add to the transfer list instead. Maybe we'll have more luck there. Branthwaite, similarly, but I'll keep at least one of the youngsters. Mason Holgate up 2 to 82. Minimal football this year, of course, due to his long-term injury, though still played 20 games, including pre-season, I guess. Sebastian Goodman is a youngster that's grown 4 this year and will continue to grow next year. Dennis Zakaria has reached his peak potential at 85, although hopefully, again, will continue to grow next year. Similarly, John Joe Kenny, 84, up 3 ratings. Luca Hobbs is up 3 to 65. He asked to be called up, so I have subsequently called him up, but I'm probably going to change his development plan as well. Kyle John, I'm sorry, I'm just going to sell you now. If it lets me remove from... No, okay, great, that's bugged. Marcelo's going to leave us. He's going to Belgium, I think? KV Mechelen. I think that's Belgium or the Netherlands. I can't remember which one, actually. Seamus Coleman is retiring. Benny is on the transfer list. No, he's leaving me as well, is he? Yeah. Oh, he's also going to Mechelen. All right, fair enough. Alan. Not yet reached his peak potential, apparently. But it says that his stats are going to start to decline. So maybe next season we do see him start to fall off. We'll wait and see. But I will probably replace him in the starting lineup, but keep him in the squad for obvious reasons. It's going to take him ages to decline to the point where he's not usable anymore. Those physical stats are still outrageous at 31 years of age. Sorry, it didn't work. Sorry, Dish Panda. You've got decent wages, though, for a couple of weeks. Tom Davies reached his peak potential, as has Andre Gomez. He will be sold next season. Tom Davies we will keep. Hopefully his peak potential improves, and I'll change his development plan as well. Fabian, 87, rated up 3 this season for us. Really pleased with him. James up 2. He will continue to decline, though, unfortunately, but I don't know what to do with James Rodriguez. I really don't. Iwobi reached his current peak, but will continue to grow, I'd like to think, next season. Irving up 5 out on loan at Birmingham. That's a good loan spell. Schmidt up 6 out on loan at Preston. Youth players do get great growth on loan. That's good to know. Harvey Barnes up 1 when he came in. Didn't play that much for me, but I wanted the better option than Bernard, and he did score a good goal for us earlier in the season. Wilfred Zaha, transfer list. He will leave us next season, and I'm looking for a truly world-class left-sided player to come in next season. Wilf will go, valued at £65 million. His stats are going to start to decline as well, according to that little symbol there. Yannick Bolasie, nobody wants him. I can't shift him to save my life. Anthony Gordon up 4 to 73. We'll send him out on loan again next season. In fact, that might have been a 2-year loan to Fulham. Ismail Assar has currently reached his peak potential at 85, but again, expect that to go up again next year. Richarlison is at 91. 91. Up 6 this season. 81 to 91 in 2 years. I think dynamic potential tied with development plans needs a slight tweak. Moise Kean, although we have changed his position, and that might have played a bigger role in that. Moise Kean up 5 to 82. Certainly quite happy to keep my two goal scorers as they are. Dominic Calvert-Lewin supposedly has peaked, but there is time yet for him to improve as well. And Ellis Sims, I'll try and get him a loan deal as well if I can next season. Unfortunately, nobody came in from this year, but fingers crossed next year we will be able to get him a loan deal. So, I'm looking next season for top quality left winger, top quality centre back, top quality centre mid, maybe a goalkeeper, maybe a right back. Depends on how much money we've got left after signing those 3 players. That's going to be it for this season though, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Do drop the video a like if you've enjoyed this second season. And of course, do join me tomorrow for episode 1 of season 3, where we will know exactly how much money we've got to spend next year. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the summer. Ta-ra.